Listen to what I'm saying, and you will understand, perhaps, what I'm trying to imply here.
That's very patronizing.
Utilizing the hostages. Yeah, I am being patronizing. I don't know who the you are, and you're over here chirping all the way from London about Palestine, Palestine, Palestine.
Stepping time!
Palestine!
Stepping time!
Palestine!
Stepping time! Stepping time! Come on, ladies!
Palestine!
Stepping time! Stepping time! Stepping time!
Palestine!
Never need a reason, never need a rhyme, it's stepping time!
Palestine!
Get your knees up! Get your knees up!
Palestine!
Get your knees up!
Palestine!
Never need a reason, never need a rhyme, get your knees up!
Palestine!
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and Piers Morgan is having a nice little career reboost by plucking YouTubers and bringing them on his show. Sometimes it's interesting people, smart people like Nerdrotic or Critical Drinker. Other times it's unhinged lunatics like Hasan Piker. I legitimately have continually told my viewers that my position is I live in America. I'm worried about American problems or problems that affect Americans directly. Okay. I don't care about Israel's problems or Palestine's problems. They need to figure that out themselves. That might sound callous. That might sound cruel. That's just the truth. And I've always been honest on this channel. I try to be honest. And every time I see one of these unhinged lunatics who are supposedly, pro-Palestine, it's like, find me a pro-Palestine person who isn't an unhinged lunatic. Challenge, difficulty, impossible. I would love to hear an individual who isn't screaming and using curse words every 2 seconds because they are emotionally babies and they get triggered every possible moment. Well, Hasan Piker went on Piers Morgan Uncensored last night and had a complete baby meltdown. There are real conversations to be had around, this conflict, what's been going on, what is going on. In particular, why am I paying for both sides of it? But after that fact, the problem is everybody that represents these people and their plight is an unhinged baby lunatic acting on pure emotion. We've seen dozens of interviews with people who are on these mobs and college campuses and don't even know why they're there. They're just like, oh yeah, free Palestine. Yeah. Okay. What specifically? Oh, I don't know. That is the core of a lot of these paid instigators, paid lunatics. And then they block the roads over here in the United States and they don't understand why nobody wants to listen to them. You could do a lot better if you literally bothered to understand even the basic optics. So Hasan Piker goes on this show last night, calls everyone terrorists, drops, can't stop swearing for like literally 2 seconds. He may have had a good point in here, but he looks like a total idiot. He looks like he's having a total meltdown. And it's like, I learned nothing other than I'm going to make this video laughing at you.
You're dancing around whether you think October the
Piers,
7th was justified
why are
or
we
not.
doing this? Why?
By the way, every pro-Palestine person will always try to minimize what happened on October 7th. Now, what I will obviously concede is there have been things undoubtedly that Israel has done that are also very terrible too, okay? But I do find and then like if there are Israeli supporters, they seem to always deny that too. That's why I always default back to well, neither side is being honest. Neither side is telling the truth. So how about we stop the invasion on the southern border in the United States? How about we stop 110,000 people dying a year from fentanyl overdoses? How about we stop the homelessness problem, or at least try to do something a little bit better about it? How about there's innumerable. How about we save the inner cities? Look at what's going on in Chicago. 50 people a weekend getting lead injections. Nope, don't worry about that. Just keep voting Democrat. But these people want me to care about their geopolitical issues. Well, this guy, Hasan Piker, is worth $20 million. And he just says the F word a lot and wants you to think he's smart. Well, the fact of the matter is any normal person can look at either Hasan Piker here or this under individual here who's pro-Israel and understand that they are both on the show to push an agenda, but only one of them looks like a lunatic.
Why are we doing this back and forth masturbation? I've already given you my fucking
Piers, why are you
position.
doing this?
I'm
He's
sick and
happy.
tired
It's
of
Jews
repeating it
being
over and over
killed.
again.
Okay,
Because it's Jews, it's okay.
of course, again, Piers asks, hey, like, hey, will you condemn basically what happened on this day? And these pro-Palestine people never can and never will. You had Susan Sarandon famously walking around yesterday being like, oh, yeah, none of that actually happened. That's all just a hoax, all this, whatever.
It seems like you're dancing around.
I apologize for some of the language. I can't help he's low IQ.
Whether you think October the
Piers,
7th was justified or not.
Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this back and forth masturbation? I've already given you my fucking
Piers, why
position.
are you doing this?
I'm
He's
sick and
happy.
tired
It's
of
Jews
repeating it
being
over and over
killed.
again.
Okay,
Because
I just
it's
asked
Jews,
this.
it's okay.
Ask this
Emily,
demon
stop
next to
talking.
me
Group, it's
wearing
Emily,
a fucking
I'll come
idea
back
of
to you.
dog
Only
tag.
when it's Jews, it's okay.
Please
We
stop
got you,
shouting
Hasan.
at each
demon next
other.
to me wearing an idea of dog tag if she actually thinks Israel's
No,
actions are
bring
justifiable.
them home.
Do you
It's
see
to
me
bring the
rocking the
hostages
fucking
home. The hostages
All right,
that you
you're talking
rightly
over each
believe
other.
belong in
All
the
right, you know what
tunnels
it
of
is.
Gaza.
I'm going to
know
give you
why
two.
it looks
I'm going to
that
let
way.
you two
Bring them
call.
So first is an Israel dog tank. Oh, wait, actually, it's just a... No, it actually just looks like a dog tank. Oh, wait, it's a square. All squares are dog tanks.
It's pointless. We cannot hear you when you talk over each other.
Troll people.
Every time recently I have someone
Okay.
from both
I'm
sides
wearing
on,
this
like,
to
it
troll
goes like
people.
this.
I'm wearing this rusty necklace.
Please,
because
can you
there are
listen to me,
200
Emily?
Israeli civilians in Gaza
All right,
right now.
can you
as
stop
hostages.
doing this to each
Hey,
other, please?
Emily,
Nobody
Emily,
can
can
understand a
you
word
condemn the
either of
actions
you are
of
saying.
Israel?
Now, let me come to Esther and James here. This is one of my problems,
No, I want to
actually.
hear if Emily condemns
No,
the
no,
actions of
Hassan,
Israel.
you
Why
will
don't you
please
ask her
let me
about that?
moderate the debate.
Why don't you ask her about
I don't condemn
30,000
the idea.
people
I've got
killed?
two
I
panelists
condemn
here
the
who've not
fact
had
that
a
on
word
October
yet.
Exactly,
7th,
because you're a
they
fucking terrorist.
Please stop
civilians
talking.
So he calls her a Terry. I'm not sure what. So this woman here is a Terry, but the people that flew in on paragliders and did the terrible things they did to people at a music festival are freedom fighters, right? According to Hasan Piker. Again, both sides are liars. Okay, and I think I know that this is good TV for Piers. Bringing unhinged lunatics on his show. But what's also funny is Asmongold brings up he channels probably the point we all do, and then the left has a absolute meltdown about it.
What gives you the unique moral authority to break the law because of what you believe in? What gives you the right to do that? Well, you don't have that right.
He's talking about not just people who are protesting. He's talking about people who are blocking roads and doing all this other kind of stuff.
So don't be surprised whenever people get you out of the fucking road and arrest you. It's narcissistic and entitled. That's insane. It's like these people think that the world revolves around their issue. There's thousands of issues in the world. Is Israel-Palestine the only place where bad things are happening? Look at Ukraine. No.
Look at
what
any
if
state.
everybody acted that way? The world would be chaos. You can't realistically act that way.
It's because most of these people are rich, entitled, and have never had any consequence or any real strife in their life. So you get people on Twitter who now turn on Asmongold. It's narcissistic, entitled, sit and do this. I respect Asmon, but bad take. He responds, you're not protesting for Palestine by preventing some minimum wage worker from getting to work on time. Get out of the road. Would you said the same thing about the civil rights movement? Again, what a ridiculous self-serving oversimplification to imply that the civil rights movement was successful because people stood in the street. It's very simple. Get out of the road. I mean, I think that like you can have these marches, you can have whatever, you can have all this stuff. And again, I said and I've said multiple times that I don't care about Israel-Palestine. So if you're blocking my way, you're illegally blocking my right to freedom of movement, I want you arrested. If you want to stand on a public sidewalk and hold a sign, I might beep at you and laugh at you, but I respect your right to do that. And again, the pro-Israel people, the pro-Palestine people, I hold the exact same opinion of them. You're welcome to use public space. You're welcome to make all the signs. You're welcome to use whatever speech you want, regardless of whether or not Texas Governor Abbott calls it anti-Semitism. It's not. They can do all that kind of stuff. But you're not allowed to march in the roads. You're not allowed to damage property. You're not allowed. It's the right to peacefully assemble. There's kind of an important word in that. Your First Amendment right is protected, and I support it even if we disagree. But like even Hasan has every right to go on this show and sound like an idiot. He has every right to do that. But again, even if he has good points to make, because he's an over emotional man baby, he does no good. All he does is look unhinged, and he lets this woman he lets this woman troll him into a complete meltdown. And you see, the left, Asmon's desire to fit with the majority opinion has the recent F Hasan bridge making him look more and more unhinged. What? I mean, like, I like how they try to say, oh, these college kids who don't even understand the issues, who are still wearing N95s outside, are somehow the same thing as Martin Luther King. Or they're talking, or by the way, or even conflating the Israel-Palestine issue to the same thing as the civil rights movement in America. Okay, the civil rights movement in America was about rights in America. These woke college intellectuals are worried about an issue 5,000 miles away that has absolutely nothing to do with America. Well, sadly, we're paying for both sides of it, and I oppose that completely. I oppose all aid to Israel, and I oppose all aid to Palestine. Let them figure it out, okay? We're not the world police. It's not my job to be subsidizing how many proxy wars at once right now? 3? Since we're paying for both sides of Israel-Palestine, I'm paying for Ukraine. Where else am I? Taiwan I'm arming now with my tax dollars. I'm against all of it. People will cherry pick and say, oh, well, Jeremy, you're people, because I say I'm against this or that. They're like, oh, you're a Zionist. No, I'm not. I don't give a crap about their country at all. Nothing. I don't care. I care about American citizens in America and abroad, I suppose, American citizens. All right. You could say in Israel, there's 700,000 American citizens. Why aren't they living in America? So, I don't understand this dual citizenship, makes it more complicated, but I just don't care. Yeah, I worry about what's going on in America. And when you have Hasan having these weird meltdowns, it makes him look like every one of these other, he wants people to think he's intellectual. Here's a titty streamer having a hot take about Israel-Palestine. I mean, like, we have XQC, a guy who signed $100 million contract, like we have all these people who have no idea what it's like to struggle, worried about it. Look around what's going on outside your window, and then maybe pick an issue to give a damn about. Then I'd respect you a lot more. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. We'll talk to you again real soon.